Quick question. Have you ever felt exhausted, not because you did too much, but because you noticed too much? If that sounds familiar, by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your brain works this way and how to stop fighting it. You walk into a room, and before anyone speaks, you already feel the mood. Nothing obvious happened. No argument, no tension you can point to, but your body knows. You notice how long someone pauses before replying. You hear the change in their voice when they say, "Yeah, I'm good." You see the smile that appears on their face but never reaches their eyes. And while everyone else keeps talking, laughing, moving on, your mind is already asking questions. What changed? What are they not saying? What just shifted? This isn't anxiety. This isn't imagination. This is perception. Most people experience the world in fragments. They focus on what's useful. They ignore the rest. But you don't experience life in pieces. You experience it all at once. Your brain doesn't filter first. It absorbs first. That's why crowded places drain you. That's why emotional conversations stay with you longer. That's why certain moments replay in your head for hours. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're highly receptive. Growing up, this probably showed early. You noticed when adults were stressed before they admitted it. You sensed conflict before it exploded. You learned to read rooms, not out of curiosity, but because it kept you safe. So your nervous system adapted. It learned to stay alert, to watch closely, to connect dots quickly. Over time, this became automatic. Now you don't just hear words, you hear what's behind them. You don't just see actions, you feel the intention. Psychology has a name for people like this, but labels miss the point. What matters is how it feels to live like this. Your mind is always on, always observing, always processing. You replay conversations not because you enjoy it, but because your brain is searching for meaning, tone, timing, silence. And when something doesn't add up, you feel it in your body. That's why people tell you to relax, to stop thinking so much. But here's what they don't understand. This isn't thinking, it's sensing. Your nervous system picks up information others don't even register. That's also why you absorb emotions that aren't yours. A tense room weighs on you. Someone else's sadness lingers in your chest. Unspoken conflict feels louder than words. Over time, this creates exhaustion. Not physical tiredness, mental and emotional fatigue. You carry things no one asked you to carry. And sometimes it feels lonely, because you're aware of problems others haven't noticed yet. You see patterns forming while everyone else is still comfortable. But here's the part that changes everything. The same system that overwhelms you also gives you rare clarity. You notice early warning signs. You sense emotional shifts before damage is done. You understand people deeply, often before they understand themselves. That's not accidental. People like you are natural observers, natural connectors, natural protectors. You're the person who feels when something is off and speaks up when others stay silent. You're the one who sees beneath surfaces in a world obsessed with appearances. Yes, this awareness costs you energy, but it also gives you depth. You experience life more intensely. You feel beauty more strongly. You connect more honestly. While others move quickly through moments, you fully inhabit them. That's why shallow environments exhaust you, and meaningful conversations energize you. You're not meant for numb living. You're built for depth. So if you've ever felt like you're too sensitive, too aware, or too intense, understand this. The world isn't made for people who feel deeply, but it desperately needs them. Because progress doesn't come from those who ignore problems. It comes from those who notice them early. Healing doesn't start with denial. It starts with awareness. And connection doesn't come from perfection. It comes from being seen. One day, someone will tell you, "You understood me when no one else did." And in that moment, you'll realize your awareness was never a flaw. It was a responsibility. If this video put words to something you felt your whole life, subscribe. This channel is for people who see deeper than most.